This has been a disappointment for me, as I thought the Dennis Smith-Luka Doncic fit was going to go really well, but it just hasn't been the case. Dennis Smith has been a bit awkward in his now off-ball role, whereas last year he had the ball all the time, and it seems that he's just having a tough time playing off of Luka Doncic. I mean, Luka has proven that he's the best player on this team, and he should be the guy that the Mavericks build around, and everybody else has got to fall into place. I don't know what Luka's assist numbers are for the season right now, but just watching some of the plays he can pull off, I know those are going to go up. And what's funny is Dennis Smith has actually been a pretty okay three-point shooter this year. And if you told me that he was going to be shooting around 37% from outside before the year started, then I would have thought that the fit between these two would have gone really well. But the problem has been kind of the things outside of scoring, as I'll get to in a second. I mean, he's still finishing at the rim pretty okay. He's shooting around 56, 57% at the basket. We all see the athleticism and the burst that he has off the bounce. He can be a really good downhill player and all that. His main problem, though, has been his decision-making. Now, that's not to say that he can't make passes. I mean, we saw last season that Dennis can still make plays for his teammates, but I wouldn't call him a natural playmaker, someone who's going to lead the league or even come close to leading the league in assists. And now that he's had to play off the ball and he just doesn't have the ball as much, I think we're seeing some of that come out. His turnover percentage is way up this season. His usage rate is down. His assist percentage is down. And that's just not the kind of guy that you're really asking for next to Luka Doncic, right? So it makes sense to want to get Dennis out of there. I could also see the rationale in waiting to see if he can figure all these things out, because I think his potential is still pretty damn high. But when you have a guy as good as Luka is and you've got an opportunity to improve the team, then perhaps you just go that route. I'm not going to fault you in getting a little more aggressive with your roster as long as you don't destroy all of your future assets. But let me get back to Dennis. I think he can be pretty good. Sure, this year's been awkward, and I think it's proven that he either needs the ball in his hands all the time, or you're going to have to work with him quite a bit to allow him to play off the ball and stuff. But I am still intrigued with that three-pointer. I mean, 37% is a big upgrade from last year. He can still beat guys off the bounce, and I think he can be like a John Wall, Russell Westbrook, Damian Lillard kind of pick-and-roll / finisher around the basket. And then after that, I just hope that he can be an efficient playmaker. I mean, he did get 5 assists a game his rookie year, but his usage rate was also gargantuan for a rookie at 30%, so it was a little bit of fool's gold. One team that has been in the rumors is the Orlando Magic. This is not surprising. We're seeing this season that DJ Augustin may be the best offensive point guard they've had in a while. He's the first one that can shoot in a long time, I'll tell you that. The question is, what would the trade actually be? I mean, I guarantee you the Mavericks would at least talk about Aaron Gordon. The front office of this Magic team did not draft him, and they gave him a very tradable contract. But at the same time, he is better than Dennis Smith, so I don't know if there's a guarantee that he's going to be moving. Just to state the obvious, Wesley Matthews' contract would probably be in any move for Dennis Smith. The other name I would think about is Jonathan Isaac. I mean, there is a chance that Gordon and Isaac can't play together. I know the size and the athleticism and all that, like that is great to dream about, but there is a chance the spacing would just be too bad with those two. So perhaps Jonathan Isaac could be on the move. I mean, I know Orlando fans would love it if it was just Terrence Ross in the OKC pick. If I'm the Mavericks, I'm going to say no to that one, so we'll have to see if those two teams find a move. Another team has been the Phoenix Suns. They've been going with the Devin Booker at point guard thing, and I think it's going pretty all right up to this point. Sure, Devin is still a little too risky with his passes, and his turnovers are perhaps a little too high, but I think he's good enough to where you can commit to this long term and maybe just get another veteran point guard to help him out. I would love TJ Warren if I was Dallas. I don't think they have a real chance at getting him. I guarantee you the Suns would want to move Josh Jackson first. I would not want him if I was Dallas. Maybe they could come to a middle ground with Mikal Bridges. Seems like a fundamentally sound two-way player. He has been a part of a lot of the better lineups for the Suns this season. And I think he could play off of Luka really well, but perhaps Phoenix likes him too much to make a move. I think Dallas should be getting a call from the Detroit Pistons. Good luck trying to get off of Reggie Jackson. I would not want him if I was the Mavericks, but they should definitely be looking to replace him at that position. I don't know what's going to happen. It could end up being some team who's not one of these three. I'll just say this. If I was a bad team or if I needed a point guard and Dennis Smith was available, I would definitely make the call.